What if a plane carrying 239 people simply vanished? No crash, no distress call, no wreckage trail. Just gone, as if the sky swallowed it whole. It was March 8th, 2014. Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur at 12:41 a.m., bound for Beijing. There were 239 people on board, passengers and crew. The weather was clear. The aircraft, a Boeing 777, was one of the safest planes ever built. At 1:19 a.m., co-pilot Fariq Abdul Hamid signed off with air traffic control. Good night, Malaysian 370. That was the last human voice the world ever heard from that flight. Classified detail. 14 minutes after the last radio call, someone in the cockpit disabled the aircraft's transponder, the device that broadcasts location to radar. Then, the plane made a sharp, deliberate U-turn back over the Malaysian peninsula. This was not a malfunction. This was a choice. Military radar tracked it silently for over an hour, flying west, then south, far off course, deep into the dark Indian Ocean. Then, even that signal disappeared forever. The hunt. The search became the most expensive in aviation history, costing over $200 million, covering an area larger than the entire continental United States. 26 countries participated. Satellites, submarines, deep-sea drones. They found almost nothing. Only 27 small pieces of debris have ever been found, washed ashore on beaches in Madagascar, Mozambique, Reunion Island, and Tanzania. One piece, confirmed as MH370's flaperon, drifted nearly 4,000 miles before being discovered, a year and a half later. The plane itself, and everyone on board, remains deep beneath the Indian Ocean, undiscovered, unreachable, unexplained. Investigators never ruled out deliberate action by the pilot, Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah. A flight simulation found on his home computer showed a route eerily similar to where the plane ultimately went, but no motive was ever proven. No suicide note, no confession. Other theories, hijacking, hypoxia, catastrophic electrical failure, even government cover-up, all remain open. Nothing has been conclusively proven. Unsettling truth. The satellite company Inmarsat calculated the plane's final position using a revolutionary method, measuring the Doppler shift of automated system pings sent every hour. The last ping came at 8:19 a.m., suggesting the plane flew for nearly 7 hours after going silent. It likely ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean, but precisely where remains unknown. What makes MH370 historically significant? Aviation's biggest mystery. No major commercial aircraft has ever vanished so completely in the modern era of satellite tracking. Technology versus reality. Despite GPS, satellites, and global radar, a Boeing 777 still managed to disappear, exposing massive blind spots in aviation surveillance. Inmarsat's breakthrough. Scientists developed a new mathematical method, Doppler shift analysis on satellite pings, to track planes, a technique that didn't exist before this tragedy. Legal and human impact. Families of 239 victims received no closure, no bodies, and years of uncertainty, reshaping international aviation law and airline crisis response protocols. ICAO reform. After MH370, the International Civil Aviation Organization mandated that all commercial aircraft must broadcast their position every minute when in distress, a direct policy born from this disaster, still active. A private firm, Ocean Infinity, has applied to resume the search in 2024 using autonomous underwater drones. The mystery is not yet closed. Somewhere at the bottom of the Indian Ocean lies a plane, 239 stories, and the only answers we will ever truly need.